Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Dora and this is my November update to Pan That Palette. I don't know why I'm thinking that I still got loads of time before the end of the year, but this is really the last update before the finale. I might squeeze an extra one in. We shall see. Stuff has been happening and I do have an empty to show you today. Technically 3. We'll get into it. I'm actually going to start with my side Pan That Palette. It will all make sense. All right. I have been working on Maybelline the Blushed Nudes, and here's a picture of what the palette was looking like. I don't think I set any specific goals. I think I did say I wanted to finish off that white shade in the top left corner, and other than that, just to, you know, do whatever I felt like. And here is what this palette is looking like. Did I finish 5 shades in here? No, I didn't. I repressed them. Yeah, you will see in a moment. But still, I do have a physical empty, which to me counts even more. Like, I'm far more excited by actual physical empties. I can now recycle rather than having one extra item in my collection. I love consolidating stuff, concocting, mixing. Yeah. All right, let's go over how many times I have used these shades though before I took them out and repressed them. So the top left one I have used 7 times. The one right next to it I have used once. The last one on that top row on the right side I have used once. And then in the bottom row, the only one I did use was the one on the right hand side, and I used that once. Ta-da! I have an empty. Okay, and now, should I give you a little slideshow? Yeah, okay, I'll do you the slideshow. I'm also going to insert numbers on how many total uses on this palette. And obviously now that they're in another place, I'm not going to count that anymore because it's like I've created a new product, right? Yeah, okay. Hope you enjoy. Coming to my main palette, this is the Makeup Revolution Kombucha Kiss palette. And here's a picture of what this looked like last month. I think I wanted to like focus on the bottom row quite a bit. The main goal actually was to finish off Sizzling and Chaos. So the ones that you can see with the biggest pans in there. And this is what this palette is looking like now. So this is obviously where this side palette went, and we're gonna go through all of that. I do wanna speak to this though. I have today, in the same look, hit 2 more pans. One in All or Nothing, and then also in Charcoal. I'm so proud of Charcoal because this was one of the shades I was super worried about in my intro. But I found a way of using that in combination with Heat. I'm wearing it today. I'm wearing All or Nothing all over my lid. On top of this Vive Silver Mink shadow stick, or I Want they call it. Here's the color. I got it from the lovely Ruth, and I really love this combination. It brings the warmth from that one down, and then, yeah, Charcoal went on the outer corner, and then Heat on top. I love that I've been finding a way to do that, or rather to use Heat, because I didn't like the shade at all. Even though I wasn't worried about it in the beginning, but as soon as I tried it out, I was like, we're not friends. Turns out we are. Okay. All right, Chaos, I've literally finished in this look because I repressed it, did all the right things, you know. Thanks to some of the repress videos I've been watching, especially from Ravneet, Sofie, Alexandra, also Anouk. I know there's some older ones from Jessica Lee as well. Thanks to all of these repressing videos that I watched, I knew how to repress, and I feel like I've been studying it now. And because I bought some surgical spirit, which I put into this little pipette type thing, this has been working out really well for me. Yeah, okay. Right, so I finished up Chaos under my eye as a powder, and then I literally just repressed those last 2 remaining shades. I'm gonna show it on the screen somehow, which ones, yeah. I put these together, and that's why this is probably, it's still wet, you know. It's not true to color yet. So I haven't used this Franken shade yet, but I used Chaos 19 times before it was so thin that I had to repress it. And then I used it a further 8 times before it was done. So 27 times I used the original Chaos until it was an empty. I'm going to insert the total amount of uses of this shade as well from this entire project. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Energy, this shade here, it's on my inner corner today under this one here. 15 uses. I'm very happy with that. Spice, however, I haven't used. Charcoal, I used 12 times, and like I said, hit pan on that today, on that 12th use. Light Up is a repress. I'm gonna go into that in a minute. But yeah, 21 times until I repressed it, or mixed it, frankened it. And since then, I've used it twice. Love this new shade. Heat, I have used 7 times. Passion, I have used twice. Fiery, I have used 8 times, and I would say, yeah, all of those 8 times as a blush, and I love it. It's definitely that time of the year now where I need to multitask this palette. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going with that. I don't think I can hit pan like that, but maybe if I do both. Blazing, I didn't use. Sizzling, I had to use 9 more times until it was done. And then I was like, yay, empty pan. I can finally do a repress of those 2 lightest shades in the Maybelline palette. And that's what I did. And this is my new inner corner highlight shade. And since putting that in here, I've used it 4 times. Rebel and Scorching, I ignored. Heating Up, I used once until I repressed it, and another time since repressing it. And again, I love it. Flames, I didn't use. All or Nothing, I used only 3 more times to hit pan, and the Dark Side I ignored. Okay, let's talk about the rest of the Frankens. This to me is gorgeous. I love this so much more than what was in there previously. Here's a swatch of the new one that I put into Light Up. So that's what these new ones look like. I can't swatch Chaos yet, doesn't matter. And Sizzling, yeah, I mean, it's a bit boring. Okay. I got so trigger happy after I repressed that one. That was like, okay, let me repress Light Up, because now that I've got a new inner corner highlight, I don't need 2, and it was getting at one, you know, one part of it was getting a bit hard panny. So I thought, let me mix this shimmery one with the brown shimmery from the Maybelline palette, and it turned out to be this shade here. Yeah, so that swatch here, love it. This is a full pan. I mean, yeah, I had to repress it in 2 stages. It's fine. I think it's worked out, but I had a lot of leftover, and I was like, okay, why don't I do something here with Heating Up, that gold shimmer shade with a big pan on it already. Don't love golds as such. I mean, I much prefer this shade here. Really like this one. Yeah, and that's the story. And then I was just waiting, you know, waiting in the wings was just these 2 from the remaining 2 from the Blush Nudes palette to be concocted. They're very similar shades anyway, and to put those together into that one. So now I have this one palette. Now I only have 6 pans in here. I think last time I had 8. And technically, yeah, 2 empties, but I love consolidating these 2. And I've also decided that I think, okay, now that I've got these more interesting shades in here, I'm actually really excited to continue to pan this next year. I'm not even saying to completion, because who knows, I might get bored of it. Also, there's a lot of stuff in here now. I think that would take me more than a year, especially because, you know, we've already been voting and deciding what my next pan that palette is gonna be. But yeah, I think this will be my side pan that palette for next year. Let me know what you think. I don't even know yet what I'm gonna do in terms of pan percentage, but I shall figure that out when it comes to updating my Panos eyeshadows. Yeah, I'm gonna include another totals number where I'm at with all of these shades, but then disregarding any that I have frankened and used since. Maybe I'll do a separate slide for that. Yeah, and a little slideshow. So I hope you enjoy. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching all the way until the end, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or night, wherever you are. So much love to you. Bye bye. Mwah.